Teacher is a hard one for me because it's the expression of the deepest fear that I carry. It's the fear that I have faced for most of my life. It's the one that has driven a lot of my decisions, and it is one that I still wrestle with to this day. My greatest fear is that I will be at the end of my life and I'll look back and regret every single decision that I've made, that I will feel as though I wasted the life that God had given to me and I wouldn't be able to do anything over. Oddly enough, when I wrote Teacher, I was actually living in Mexico as a missionary. Arguably, I was living out God's calling for my life in ways that many people don't get the opportunity to do. And yet, even in that place of perceived fulfillment, I still felt like I wasn't doing enough, that I was somehow selling God short on the investment that He made in me. I didn't really know how to process that, and so I put my thoughts to pen and hoped that working through them with writing, I would come to understand them more. As you listen to the poetry and the music that surrounds it, you can hear the rain and also what sounds like an argument in a house that you're nearby. To me, it sounds like you're sitting out in a storm as your parents are arguing in the house with china being broken. It's like it's tucked away and the rest of the world is responding to it, even if it can't truly hear the totality of it, which is kind of how I felt. Like there was this massive internal struggle inside of me, and even though I tried to keep it hidden within me, it still affected the world that surrounded me, and it kept me in that place of depression that I wrestled with for so long. I know now that one of the primary antagonizers of that fear is the belief that my value, that my validity is somehow established or found in the things that I do. Scripture says that faith without works is dead, but Christ died for us while we were raging against Him, and He found value in me when all that I was producing was destruction. While my works are important and they're necessary and they're beautiful, they don't determine my value in God's eyes. I don't know if I am fully past the fear that I expressed in the final line of the poem, but I am learning to see my value in the way that God sees me instead of what I perceive to be my marketability in His kingdom. I'm worth it because He says I am, not because I was able to convince Him that I was. As always, guys, if this has helped you at all, be sure to like it and share it with somebody else so that will help them as well. In the description down below, I'm going to link to places where you can find Progression Towards Peace to either purchase it or to stream it. I'm also going to provide links where you can find Kaleb Webb and what he has been up to. He was the producer behind Progression Towards Peace, and he is phenomenal, so make sure that you support him as well. Look out for the continuation of this series tomorrow as we walk through the Progression Towards Peace.